All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Detroit Lions. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Georgia Southern man, this is Jarek McKinnon, and he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. A dump down to McKinnon. And, right away, he lost the football. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
Out of the gun now on third down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Oh, yeah! Watch him now, Barney!
Here's Breida. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup, and now they've got a 3rd down and 8.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. And he is the NFC reigning offensive player of the week. You got to think, all the guys that take the field each and every week, that's not an easy award. Always has to feel good to grab it.
It has to feel great because it separates you, at least for a week, amongst your peers. And for him to separate again, he has to have the same type of a game. That means being explosive off the line of scrimmage and catching everything that comes his way.
So the previous play, a big help, is now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones, gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Now back to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. And a nice gain of 21 yards. 49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Now let's go. 319. 319. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
He'll drop to throw. He finds McKinnon, complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Detroit! 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 Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll set up a throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They've made goal line offense a priority on the practice field this week. This is exactly the situation they've been prepping for.
319. 319.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Green 39. Green 39. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. In for the score. And the Niners have taken the early lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to air one out. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A big play there for Detroit. 57 yards.
Today's receivers in the NFL, they're the complete package nowadays. We know they can run, we know they can catch, but they have those big frames now. So oftentimes they just out-physical guys downfield and go up and catch the football. And we saw a big gain as a result on that play.
Now Jones. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Zerline good with a PAT. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like you had green on that play.
And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. The corner, Ronald Darby, comes up to get it.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going to the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
He'll look to throw. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired. Here's Bradley Pinion now, standing just outside his own goal line. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. You take it right on the 30. And now running right through it. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Detroit! Detroit!
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch, just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. Now a toss play. It's Breida. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. And Zerline's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A dump down to McKinnon. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Gone!
They'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
The ball comes out. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
They'll set up to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Bird. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A gain of 32 that time.
Watch him now, Barney! All right, here we go. Blue 90!
They'll try and run with McKinnon. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback. But as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
So after the INT, it's Allen being chased out left. And he'll get this up to the 4 right about there, and that's about it. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Second and 2 now. The penalty leaves him in pretty good shape.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
This is Breida. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook. Go play action. Toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Right back to him on first down. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tart.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And now they'll throw with Allen. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. It got his man complete. It's a big play there for the Lions. 52 yards.
So let's go ahead and add to the difficulties of guys trying to cover receivers. They got to deal with speed, shiftiness, all of that stuff. But how about when they have height and length and deep downfield? You throw the ball up in the air. That's how they uncover at the end of the route, by being able to go up over the top and make a big catch.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back here right after this. Allen looks to throw on second down. And incomplete on the deep ball. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, and they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball. Yeah,
they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He's going to air one out. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Lions add on to their lead. And he's able to put it through. Zerline out now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
first down. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Jabril Peppers, the former first-round pick, there on the coverage.
It's been my observation. There's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. A very solid gain of 27. First down now, but that clock rolling. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Marquise Goodwin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers are back within a score. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustment.
It's caught inside the 25. And he'll take this all the way down to the 15-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. And even 60 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now. Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Rashad Perriman, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. Zerline out now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Green 39! Green 39!
Looking to throw. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Gun! 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 Gun!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Are we on the same page here, partner? Because I think they had the right idea. Just take what you can get on 3rd and forever.
Yeah, in real life, I'd say yes. It's just these video games are tempting. You want to go downfield with it.
I like the way you evolve. You know, you've learned how to play it the Madden way.
So out now come the Lions. And where the ball is now, you got the field goal pretty much in the bag. Now do you try for the end zone a couple of times?
I don't think there's any question about it. You might get a gift of 6 points rather than the 3 that you just noted that you feel like you already have. Be aggressive, go after it, and try and get those points.
is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. So line of scrimmage still to 39 on 2nd and 10.
Lucky 56.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Allen. He'll buy some time right. Throw right side to Perriman, and it's caught. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And Zuerlein's kicking. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
319! 319! Detroit! Detroit! Check 15, check 15.
On 2nd down, here's Allen. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. So with a yardage on that completion, he's now right at exactly 300 yards on the game.
And isn't that the magic number you get? 300. That means it's going to go out like commemorative football to put on your mantle when they give you the game ball if your team wins. So much confidence flowing through him right now throwing the football. I think it's permeated itself throughout the entire team. They feel good about what they're doing.
Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here we go. 319. 319. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Now this time, Allen will throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down. DeForest Buckner in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Detroit. Detroit.
Now this time he'll look to throw. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter three.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They're going to look to throw. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And they'll get it. Up just short of the 45 at the 44. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Gone! Detroit!
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. A dump down to McKinnon. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll make it a 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Now back to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. A gain of 39 that time. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays.
And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. A great effort there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. Gold with the extra point, and that will get them one closer. Gold now out to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a great return. Solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He's going to let this one go deep. That's caught inside the 20. That one goes for 36 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed. And
that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. he has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Allen now on 3rd and goal. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick. Right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Gone! Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They run with Breida. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Back now here on EA Sports. The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Detroit! Gone!
From the gun, it's Allen. And that is incomplete. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt. Obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Yeah, and that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
And he's able to get up here to the 26. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. The Niners on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be third and 5.
Lucky 56, lucky 56. Detroit, Detroit.
They'll drop to throw. He sets to fire deep. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over. Gone.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. But they can thank their defense for another stop. And now look at the score, where they've got the football. They're looking pretty good.
They're looking excellent because now you're thinking to yourself, let's just take some time off the clock. Work it down. And, of course, you put another touchdown on the board, you pretty much say bye-bye to this one.
Play calling here can be a little bit more conservative because of the lead.
A little bit more conservative. The biggest thing, everyone understands how to get the ball downfield and how to stay in bounds and make sure the clock keeps running.
And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Throwing on second down. A battle for it here, and this will be caught. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Now the 49ers going to take another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. Now Allen. Throw here's incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, and now it's third down.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. Now it's Breida, and he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good job there defensively to stop him for a gain of just 4, and that'll bring up fourth and goal. So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. And Zuerlein's kick is good. And that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Throwing on first down is Allen. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Lucky 56. Gone, 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 gone.
To throw again, Allen. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Lions add on to their lead. And his kick is right through. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here.
Leopard! Leopard! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Detroit! Detroit!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, 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 gone.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Jarrett Davis. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Back to throw here. Going right side here, and that's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
Gone, 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 gone.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make it a 2nd down. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you've got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
Here we go. 3-19.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, he finds Pettis complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. He got 29 yards that time.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, 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 gone. Gone, 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 gone.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jarrett Davis. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep. He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Brashad Perriman with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And thanks to the interception, the Lions offense cashes in with 6. So 5 yards for running into. Lucky it wasn't 15 for roughing.
No doubt about it, because they protect the kickers and the guys holding the ball almost as much as they protect quarterbacks in the pocket. They don't want those types of injuries.
And he'll take it back to